don't appreciate that out there. You niggas y'all don't see what time I'm on, but I did that Baby Keem shit for you soft niggas out there. For you niggas out there that just want that rap shit. That Baby Keem song is hard though, bro. I can't even lie.
Now, I'm about to say I ain't hear that before. That shit fire. I ain't gonna lie, bro. And like you said, it's not that bullshit top of the morning. So
he was in his bag. He was in his bag. I had to give him his props, you know. Shout out to Baby Keem. I've been going back in some of the old songs from the past albums this year, but this is a BrosWhoThink Podcast, episode 217. My name is Lyndon Burton, aka Young Boy D-Woods, aka the People's Champ, aka Beard Gang. It's in the building. Joined by my guy, Mr. Brooklyn, as always. Brooklyn, how you doing this week, bro?
I'm doing good, baby. I got look. I got my new earrings in and shit. I got nothing but gold hoops all around me and shit.
Look this guy,
like,
man.
My mom like, you look like a fucking pirate. And I said, yeah, boy, I'm out there searching for that booty. Man, she can't take me nowhere. She already know.
Look at this guy, man. I fuck with it, though. I fuck with the vibes. Hey, and let me let y'all know just ahead of time, not gonna have an episode next week. Thanksgiving, giving everybody off. Schubert's gonna be in France. I'm going to Disney World. Everybody else.
He's going to what?
Schubert's gonna be in France, bro.
Wow.
Schubert making that money.
Wow. Like, I just thought you were gonna say niggas was out of town. Niggas gonna be out the country.
No, niggas gonna be out the country. Like
OT. I mean,
yeah.
I was gonna be in Dallas, so I'm not gonna say it. Like, I wasn't bringing my laptop with me just in case. I didn't know what we was gonna do. But
nah, you got off, bro. I'm going.
Okay,
I'm gonna be in Disney World, and like my girlfriend's already like, you can't bring the desktop.
Yeah,
I'm flying. Like,
yeah, the desktop is wild to bring all the way down to South Florida, bro. That's crazy, bro.
If I real shit, if I drove, I would do it. I've done that.
Yeah, no. If you were driving, yeah, but
you can't fly with
that's crazy, bro.
I can't fly with the desktop. But that's why we're making this episode pop for y'all, man. Y'all getting a good one this week. And shout out to everybody who listens. The numbers are up. We fuck with you. If you a new listener, shout out to you. We fuck with you. Shout out to the SoundCloud Hive. Shout out to the YouTube Hive. YouTube Hive is growing. Shout out to y'all. We fuck with y'all. But shout out to the SoundCloud, Apple Podcast, Spotify niggas. You niggas is popping out there in these streets. But yeah, so no new episode next week. We all getting off. Y'all enjoy y'all Thanksgiving. Where you going? You doing something for Thanksgiving, nigga? You eating with somebody?
I'm going to my old college roommate. He's having we're doing a little Friendsgiving in Dallas.
Oh, y'all doing a Friendsgiving thing? Okay.
Yeah, and I'm probably slotting. I got a couple of friends that just moved from New York to Dallas area, so I'm gonna go fuck with them on the Friday, Saturday type shit. Okay, bet.
See, that's the thing, man. With people from the age of like 25 to like 30, Thanksgiving is like, especially if you don't live with your family, it's like, okay, I may go back for Christmas, but do I go back for Thanksgiving? I can't hit the double back.
Nah, bro. And the Thanksgiving prices is ludicrous, bro. I'm never gonna do that shit. They already know. Niggas don't even ask me no more. They already know what it is, man. They know the type of time I'm on. Don't, man. Don't ask me about Thanksgiving. I'm spending Thanksgiving in the South, nigga. Like, unless you fly out a week before, that way you don't get hit with the Wednesday prices and shit or the Tuesday prices. Because like, I'm all for the Thanksgiving and Black Friday, but logistically, I'm not paying for that fucking flight.
Yeah, no, that's a fact, and that's the thing. Like, especially with people like in our job where it's like a fucking 24-hour news cycle, bro. Right. Like we getting Thursday and Wednesday off. Thursday and Friday off. Only reason why I'm getting the whole week off is because I asked for this shit months ago, and they couldn't do it. Like, it was kind of funny because like my boss approached me. I don't think he care about this. Is just jokes. Like, I fuck with him and everything. But he came up to me. He's like, yo, so you got the new show, the new gig. Are you still missing these? I was like, yeah. It's like,
yeah, bro. You thought that was gonna change me from having a life outside of here? You're bugging the fuck out, gang.
Yo, that's a fact. And like, low key, I think this vacation's coming at the right time. Because I'm gonna be honest, I need it. Personally, I need it. Like, I need to recharge my gears. Because I'm gonna be real. The new show, and it's not the show itself. It's the time, bro. The time is kicking my fucking ass. Like, I realized the first week it was like straight, this is my new show adrenaline. Like,
you had it going. You was pumping. Week two hit.
It was like, oh shit, nigga, we still waking up at 4:45 every morning.
God bless you, bro. I couldn't do that shit, man. I can't.
Yo,
do that shit,
a nigga is grinding, boy. Like, the thing that saves me is these midday naps. Like,
that's a fact.
And the cool thing I will say is, and I'm sure if people listen on the radio, they know, like, it's not like I'm not hiding it. Like, when we do it, I say, like, I make cues of like, this morning, we're here Thursday, the day that I'm, dropping. But I pre-record a lot of my interviews because like I don't see, and maybe this is a different philosophy of me and some other radio hosts, but I don't believe in like the one person talking about themselves for an hour. Like I just don't like. I'd rather have conversation with someone else. So like I'll do the first like 15 minutes by myself and have people call in, and then I'll do the last 10 minutes by myself. But for the majority 30 minutes of the show, I'm having a pre-recorded guest on. Like I feel like that gives better content. I don't know.
Right.
And I guess that's a fact. I guess that's
a
me
fact,
coming
bro.
from the podcast world because like,
I don't want to. Nobody wants to hear you talk for an hour straight
by myself. Like that's
right.
crazy.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah.
It's nuts to me, bro. That is absolutely nuts. Like
that's why most sports talk shows are two people because they realize, hey man, nobody want to just listen to one person talk about this shit for the whole time.
And God bless the people doing it by themselves. They have guests all the time, but like
right.
But like God bless them. I like that's one thing that I've realized doing this is like, oh, that shit's kind of tough. Like that, yeah. Like, can't be rocking with that. So I need the vacation, but it's okay. I figured out the workflow. As long as I get my sleep schedule good. We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. We still grinding though. Pod numbers looking good. Y'all go check out Bros Who Binge. Got a good episode. Josiah Johnson on that. That's enough plugging for this week. All right, let's get the sad shit out the way, man. Let's get the sad shit completely out the way. Breaking news today. Rest in peace to Young Dolph, man. And see, I'm gonna come in with a take that may get people upset at me, but it's a take that we just need to think about. So before I get to that, prayers to that man's family. Prayers to everybody affected. Let's just give a moment of silence to Young Dolph real quick. Again, prayers and condolences to Young Dolph and his family and you know, just everything that went down. Like that was a sad situation. But Brooklyn, I like how many, as a hip hop fan, we live in a state of mourning. I saw someone tweet that and I was like, that was beautiful. I wish I had the tweet, but it's like we live in a state of mourning as hip hop fans. Always. But see, the thing is, and I was talking about this in the Discord of I truly, and this is not me blaming Dolph. This is not me blame this. Don't even think about Dolph. Think about this. Just look at everyone who's died in rap. If you talk about your ops, my nigga, like what did we expect? Like
24/7, bro.
You can't.
This man is talking about his ops 24/7, bro.
We can't do it, bro.
I had this conversation with gang earlier today, bro, and all of these niggas said the same thing. I'm not shocked at all that they gunned down Dolph. He been talking about his ops since he got hot.
He had a bulletproof 12 years. Whip. He talked about having I went listen to that song, 100 shots, bulletproof whip. Like
he been acting like he eat lead for 10 years, bro. How many times has his life been spared in shootouts, bro?
50 Cent
How many times was it gonna take?
50 Cent said, I'm gonna tell my story about this shootout shit one time, and then it got ran completely the fuck away from that street shit. But like, it's
taking money, go to the burbs, bro. What we doing, man?
You can't keep rap like Chief Keef did it, blew up, moved to LA, and it became a gamer. Like,
right.
The smart way, like niggas, we can't. And there's a reason why rappers like J. Cole, like Kendrick, like Lil Uzi, like Drake aren't getting shot. They're not rapping about that shit. Like
they're rapping about their ops in Memphis and how they run the fucking streets. You don't run the streets no more, my nigga. You should even be on the streets, bro. You got money. You got residual income. You got passive
You're a target
income.
on your back. You just had a beautiful picture with you and your family in Aspen. Like, what are we?
36. Let's think about this, because this is not like the
That's
regular
not far
young
from us no more
on junkie shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a 36-year-old man, got 2 kids. I don't know if it was his wife, but I know he's only got 1 baby mama.
Yeah, no, they and that's his lady. Like, right. It might not be his wife, but that I mean, it was basically
right. It was the family aspect. So on most facets of his life, he had everything going. But when it came to the music, he was always talking about his ops, bro. What the fuck did you think was gonna happen, bro? You know, niggas, little niggas always trying to make a name for themselves by gunning somebody down.
That's a
they
fact.
Always trying to do that. Why would you be in Memphis in the hood trying to get some motherfucking bookies? You trying to get some bookies in the hood, bro? You at the motherfucking bakery, blood? Like,
yeah, I feel him though. Like I the cookies be fire. I don't know if I'm going to
send his niggas to the hood to go get the cookies.
Yeah, he don't have to go. That's a fact. Like just gotta move different, man. And like we say this every time, it just becomes numb, and it's just like I'm not. It's a sad situation. Sad 100%. Don't think what I'm saying, but it's time you got to make a change, man. These rappers.
Right.
But someone in the Discord brought up a good point. As long as there's money to it, and you see that if white kids realize if I go on TikTok saying I got guns and I got money, i.e. island boy niggas, and you get on by that, like what's stopping black kids who actually live that life from doing that? Like I get it because you see that's the only way to get on, but like I would say look at people like Corday, look at people like, and I don't want to use lyrical miracle niggas. Like I'm trying to think of like a street person who's turned it around. Look at Polo G. Polo G is a great example. Like Polo G started talking about his ops. Yeah, there's still some op talk in there. It's a little oppy talk, but it's a little melodic. It's seeming like he's trying to transition his life.
Right. And like, but see, this is why it's such an odd situation because again, Polo G, another young nigga.
Yeah.
This nigga made 36 trips around the fucking sun, bro.
Yeah, it's just crazy.
That's crazy, bro.
I guess Yo Gotti would be a great example because Yo Gotti's in the shits, but he ain't in the hood doing all this craziness.
To see the thing that don't rub me the right way is that I heard Yo Gotti shit about to drop.
Oh, damn. And his restaurant did get shot up today.
So that makes me feel like the streets of Memphis is hot.
And they said Black Youngster shit got shot up. His grandmama house.
So my thing is, all y'all niggas need to do is take heed to this warning. And again, those are all older dudes. Black Youngster, Yo Gotti, they all in their 30s.
Yep.
Take heed to this warning. Get the fuck on up out of Memphis. You ain't got to go back. There's nothing you got to go back for. You can send for whoever you need to send for and bring them somewhere else, bro.
The barbecue not that hot. I'm gonna be honest.
Right,
shout out to the Memphis niggas.
And if it is that hot,
you can
send
get
the niggas in the hood that's good in the hood to go get the fucking.
Yeah, bro. We got to do better. We just got to do better. It's just,
bro. I know they got their niggas on their payroll and they're not even doing nothing for them. At least they could do is pick up lunch. The least they could do.
Oof. It's sad story, man. Sad story. Again, rest in peace to Dolph. Y'all go jam all his music, that type of thing. He owned it, all his masters. Y'all do that thing.
Facts.
So shout out to Dolph. I guess we'll go to the biggest news of Drake and Kanye ending the beef, but I just have a take on this. Like Drake won. Like Drake won the piece up. Like Drake's so smart, bro. Like, okay, Jay Prince is his nigga. So Drake obviously go get the terms how he want. Made Kanye go to Toronto in his house, put the caption as you finally made it to your destination, which in your dish, you told this nigga check up on the address. And then you're playing your music in the background. This nigga looks like a little kid. You put him in the DeMarcus Cousins memeable headlock, which niggas gonna say, oh, we looking too deep. But I feel like that was because Drake looked at the camera, smiled, had him like that, and then eased up a little bit. And Kanye's just like,
I don't even think it's really over, to be honest with you. I feel like they did that for whatever reason. And then in 6 months from now, we're going to be talking about this again.
For this Larry Hoover shit.
Right. Like, I feel like we're going to be talking about this shit again in 6 months. I saw it and I was like, I don't believe none of this shit. Not a damn thing. I was like, I can't wait for Len to tell me how phony it is, but clearly he buying the smoke right now. So
no, I'm not. I'm saying, okay, so
I don't trust Kanye no more. The way he dressed, the way he talking, I can't believe it, nigga.
He could have a mental breakdown in a second, but I'm just saying from Drake's side,
it might be a mental breakdown for all we know.
That's a fact. And I'm just saying on the Drake side, Drake won the piece up. And if his piece on Drake end, it's over. Now Kanye could go crazy and say some shit, and then like he said, in 6 months we right back to where we are because Drake that type of nigga. Like Kanye could see us talking about this or someone talking about him, Drake putting him in the headlock and look too deep into it, and boom, beef back ignited. Like
right, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm like I don't trust that shit.
Like how does Pusha T feel? Like I'd be salty.
Man, Pusha old as hell. Honestly, a lot of these niggas is too old for this shit. That's really the way I feel about the niggas that's beefing with Drake. Because most of the niggas just too old to be beefing with these niggas. Y'all are 40. We're talking about somebody who was we talking about rappers that was in their 30s. Now we're talking about rappers in their 40s. Like, y'all sound crazy.
Beefing with Drake.
Right. Like, what are
the nigga from Canada?
Bro? The nigga from Degrassi. Y'all beefing with a TV show star. Y'all in your 40s. Grow the fuck up. Grow up.
Oh, you right.
This shit is ridiculous.
You right. And that's why I think if it's real, Drake not gonna do nothing. Cause like that's how I know this. That's how I can believe, at least from the Drake pointer's perspective, Jay Prince made it happen. Like if it was anybody else, I think it's fake.
Right.
Drake gonna listen to Jay Prince. Like that's somebody he gonna listen to. So like,
yeah.
Now, like you said, the Kanye side, I can't speak for. I can't speak for at all.
Kanye and Pusha T have the luxury of both being born in the same fucking year, 1977. They are both 44. Okay. Grow the fuck up. They are too old for this.
But see, Kanye's sick, man, because this is what I was about to say. He lost the piece up and he lost today. Man, that nigga Pete Davidson cuddle up with the family. Man, that's not your wife no more, nigga. That's not your wife no more.
Pete taking the W for all the little niggas out there, man.
Yo, Pete wild, boy. Pete got the bleach, got the matching thing with Kim flicking the camera off. I see you, Pete. Do your thing,
out here,
nigga.
bro.
He was Flavor wasn't supposed to post that. Flavor not gonna be invited to the situations no more.
He wasn't. He should have known better than that. I saw that. I was like, come on, you fucking up the game.
And then I bet he was trying to get in Chris pants, not having it no more.
Yeah, he was bugging out. He was bugging the fuck out. I was like, you flying too close to the sun, bro.
Yeah, you wildin'. Like you just don't understand. You looking good. You off the drugs, nigga. You doing well.
Right.
You know you're not supposed to do that, but say la vie. Kanye, take that L, dog. Pete Davidson killing it for niggas out here. I just don't know what women see in that guy. But like that's not my place, not judging niggas, but it's just like, okay, Pete. Like women's standards today is and Paul Rudd's the sexiest man alive. I'm just like, we winning out here.
Funny niggas is winning, man.
Yeah, that's a fact.
If you can't hold a conversation, and there's no offense to my good-looking brothers out there, right? If you a good-looking nigga, that's cool, bro. But I see a lot of corny good-looking niggas on TikTok.
That's a fact.
Doing all types of stupid-ass dances. And I'm like, okay, so you think just because you got all them tattoos and your shirt off that you don't look like a cornball? Joke's on you, buddy.
Yeah, people
the comments, they are dragging you through the mud in them comments, bro. Like, why are you doing this to yourself? That's and don't get me started on the group of good-looking niggas doing corny dances together.
Yeah, they want the niggas that they stand in a line and the music playing. They like, one of them gets out there like, yeah, I'm the sexy nigga now, and it's like, no, I'm the sexy nigga now. Like them shits is hilarious, boy. Them niggas wilding. Like black, white, Latinos, all of y'all, all men everywhere.
And that's why I didn't like label it to one race, because I'm seeing it. I'm seeing Asian dudes do it. I'm seeing white boys do it. Black boys do it. Hispanic boys doing it. I'm like, what the fuck is going on this motherfucking app, bro? Like this shit is crazy. Y'all niggas can't talk to girls that y'all just in a room. The fact that they all in a room together with no shirt on is wild. Y'all in the room together, no shirt on, no bitches.
And some of them putting oil on. Like some of them niggas be glistening.
Looking like a fucking Olympian, my nigga. Zesty as hell. What the fuck going on, bro? Like, there's no way in fuck you gonna call me up and tell me everybody make this TikTok video. Bring the cocoa butter. Excuse me, nigga? Bring the what? Nah. I'm telling your mom. Like, you're bugging the fuck out, bro.
Nigga no greased up. Nigga got Crisco everywhere. just fucking everywhere. This is hilarious because this is a real thing. Like, anybody out there that's on TikTok, y'all know this is real. Them niggas just be looking funny, boy. Like, just facing in the camera. And like, they'll biting their lips and shit. This shit is weird, bro. That shit is weird, bro. I could never imagine me being with some shit like that. Like, oh yeah, bro, we gonna get the bitches after this. Like clout's a fucking drug, boy. Like
that shit is a strong drug.
Between that and the you still not grasping how I feel about these survival videos. I brought this up before, but this shit is crazy. Bro, the nigga dropped a new one. And he put the nigga said, if a rifle is on the side of your head, you just push it up and move.
I like how he believes that everybody who's gonna have a gun to their head is gonna be this confident to try to pull off these stunts. Because I mean, like 10 times out of 10, you're probably gonna die anyways. But like, if you have the confidence to not allow your bowels release and be able to pull yourself together in order to pull off one of his stupid ass stunts that you learned off of TikTok, like the fact that he has a facility in which he can practice these
things, that's crazy.
Measures is scary alone.
Yeah. Well, they banned him from TikTok this past week. They got his ass out. But his YouTube's still popping.
Cause like the fact that he even had the facility, like he should be, if he was doing it in his backyard, that'd be one thing. Like, look at this crazy.
No, this nigga in his SWAT uniform and like a dojo.
Right. Right. I'm like, he in a full-on dojo doing this shit. This is scary.
And speaking of TikTok, you want to know what's scary? The juice is loose, baby. The juice is fucking loose. OJ had this girl in this white girl, this blonde girl post a video. She was like, it's OJ, yeah. And OJ, meanwhile, looking at her like a piece of meat, like, yeah, baby, it's OJ. And then OJ went in for a kiss. She swerved. She said, oh, let's turn this video off quick.
And look, she went from it's OJ to, oh shit, it's OJ.
It's OJ.
Like, real quick. Yeah.
She realized, oh, she's in the presence of a murderer.
Right. Like, I'm fucking with the wrong one right now. Let me go ahead and get my sense back. Like, I'm glad that she even had that sense to think that.
Yeah. She didn't take the kiss. Like, that was crazy. That nigga wild, boy. I caught him in 4K.
Her dad would have been like, bitch, don't you come back in my house.
Yo.
Now with them lips being touched by nah. OJ. Not the lips of a murderer being on your body. Come to my house.
The juice is loose, baby. Y'all better be careful in them Las Vegas streets. OJ is roaming. I shouldn't laugh at this, but that shit is hilarious. Oh shit, also something that's kind of funny, but like niggas just look down bad. Like, and look, men, I know we said I was standing for us this week, but I gotta real quick just say some niggas just look corny. Back to what Brooklyn was talking about. This nigga, the baby, just look corny, nigga.
I already knew what you was going at.
Just look corny, nigga. This whole Danny Lee situation, this nigga look corny.
The fact that he went on live was corny. Like, you on live dogging her out, bro?
At the end of the day, like, so first off, you could have called the cops. Cool. You did. Cool. You didn't have to put that shit on live. At the end of the day, that's still your child, mama. And like, what these dummies don't realize is all this shit is still going to be around in 20 years. Like, I can go back and find my tweets from 2010. Like, you can fucking do that. Like, all this shit going to still be around. So like, this kid's going to be 5 soon enough. And once they get to 5, I think it's all fair game for them to search it at definitely 6, 7, and 8. Once they get to 8, it's over with.
They're gonna see you dogging out their mom on fucking Instagram live on YouTube. They're gonna find the video.
Exactly.
The video's not getting taken down.
Fuck no. And especially kids are monsters. They're gonna be like, oh, your daddy was. They're gonna do that. They're gonna do that type of shit.
They're gonna be like, nigga, your daddy don't even love you. I see what he did to your mama. Like, they're gonna be like, fuck the OnlyFans kids. The baby kid finna be fucked up. I'm trying to tell you.
They got a lot of. It's gonna be interesting because, funny enough, now I'm not leaving this topic, but I think the kids portion is an interesting thing because I saw a video of Lana. What's that porn star's name? Lana Rhodes, whatever.
Rhodes. Yes, Rhodes.
She did an interview on because she fucked Jake Paul's brother's co-host on his pod. So like the co-host and her is like I think the co-host may be the baby daddy or was the ex-boyfriend, something like that. And Logan had on her pod, and basically they were talking about this is going to be one of those first babies from that OnlyFans generation that we always talk about. So they're going to see how it's going to work. And it's like, yikes. Like, this isn't just a normal OnlyFans girl. Like, Lana Rhodes is like,
right. I'm about to say she was established before that. The fact that I'm shocked that she even allowed herself to get pregnant. The booming industry that she was in, like, now you got to take a back seat for a couple of months, let that pussy recuperate. Unless you get the C-section. If you get the C-section, then your body got to recuperate. Like, you still taking an L for a little bit, sis. I mean, obviously, she still got passive income from the past videos, but like, you can't make no new ones.
They trying to do the Mia Khalifa route of like talking on podcasts, Instagramming.
There's only but so many of you bitches that have a personality. You feel
That's
me?
A fact.
So like
Lisa Ann, like, boy, Brooklyn, funny enough. I know a lot of media people that brought Lisa Ann on a sports show talking about fantasy football, and I look at you, all of y'all, like, what the fuck are y'all doing? like I get it, clout. I understand the Lisa Ann, and granted, I would bring Lisa Ann on this show, but you can best believe we're not talking to Lisa Ann about fucking fantasy fucking football. Like,
yeah, no fucking chance, bro.
Like, even if we brought Mia Khalifa on here, she transitioned, she's a whole new person. I'm not talking to Mia Khalifa about fucking football. The fuck I look like? I'm talking to Mia Khalifa about, damn, what was it like being a Middle Eastern lady and like having like the backlash of like your home country being a porn star? Like, that's what I want to know. Lisa Ann.
I don't give a fuck about your takes on who I should pick as my third wide receiver option, bitch.
Fuck no.
For my sleeper picks, I want to know who you slept with.
Fuck
about that.
Exactly. Like, if you fucked KD, like, that's what you could tell us. Like, I do not care who that's you what think. I want to know. Yeah, fuck that. Like, you're not Mina Kimes, bitch. Like,
right. I don't want to hear that shit.
You're not Sarah Spain. You're not none of these like real people that do this shit.
Right.
Sorry. I just can't buy it from them. I get it. You get enough followers and you think you can do it. Like, I understand.
You think you can do anything. I get that. You feel like you can do anything. So at that point, you're like, I got enough followers. I can do anything I want.
Also, Danny Lee, your brother, he needs to stop. He needs to stop because the baby gonna hurt him.
Well, and you know, the thing is too, though, like, I get wanting to stand up for your sister. I do. Shit. But I always tell my sisters, if you got yourself looking bad, the last thing I'm finna do is look bad with you. Nigga, I'm finna deactivate my shit for a week or two. I don't even want to be tagged in any of your bullshit. Nigga, I'm out.
And like, my thing is, if you go do him something. Don't just like, I don't like the internet talking before. Like, go do him something. Then post on the internet that you did it after. Like,
but if you're just talking hot shit and
not gonna do nothing
and then stop around, he caught you slipping, like, fuck around, he catch you slipping at
let me be honest,
by accident.
The baby is a nigga that's not gonna forget this. He one of them. He I mean,
we already know he like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we don't know he about that life. So I mean,
he already put your sister on blast on IG Live. What you think he gonna do to you?
Right, bro. I mean, remember what he did to that nigga in the stove? He beat the nigga up and put the nigga on he put the nigga on the internet.
He killed somebody at Walmart
and put on the internet.
Like, that's what he do.
Like, he's still for the streets. So like, what are we talking about here? Like, what are we talking about? That don't even make no sense, my brother.
Yeah, Danny Lee, brother.
If you not walking around with that shit on you, bro, I'm gonna need you to take everything down.
And look, my dumb ass. He called the baby an internet gangster. So I'm thinking, hey, maybe this guy's a real gangster. I go look on his IG. This nigga hanging out with like Soulja Boy. This nigga so industry LA, like at all like the revolt events. Like, nigga, if you don't stop,
sit your Hollywood and hip hop ass down,
paying these gangsters to be behind you. So if you don't stop, bro, the baby gonna hurt you, man. Like, right. I understand and like Brooklyn said, I get it. Like, you want to defend your sibling, but like I said, either do something and then talk about it, or don't talk about it at all. Cause like, what you doing is just gonna get you an ass hurt. Right. Yeah, that's a fact. Hurt bad. Sheesh.
There's too many spots.
And also,
he can catch you slipping.
Danny Lee, you too pretty for that. Like, you too pretty to be dogged out by the baby. I'm sorry.
It's too late. He already did it.
Yeah, too late. That's a fact.
It's too late.
But she's
too late. She looked down bad. It's crazy.
She looked real bad.
He got you good.
Jeez.
L's on both parties.
Super L's. A lot of L's going around this week. Speaking of, I don't want to say this is an L because I don't want to judge them because I don't want to kink shame. But, you know, I wouldn't have this happen to me. Brooklyn sent me something in the middle of the night that I thought was hilarious. This singer of this brass rock cover band, I believe her name is Sophia, like Arites or Aritas or something. It's called Brass Again or Brass something. Just Google it. You know, it's out there. She peed on someone on stage. She peed on a fan on stage, then kicked him off of stage. That man knowingly sat down there and had his face and said he was Father stretch my hands.
Yeah, like he was with the shits.
Yeah, he was ready to get pissed on. Yikes. And then the band was like, the next day on Twitter, they was like, yeah, we didn't expect her to do that. Like,
but the thing is, the way they were talking about it, like, we didn't expect her to do that. And when I watched the video myself and I seen how slowly she pulled her pants down, how slowly she squatted over this nigga, there was at least 30 seconds where any band member could have been like, oh shit, she's bugging out. Nobody moved. Everybody kept playing. Nobody stopped at all. Fuck y'all apology, man. I don't want to hear that shit. Y'all watched her pee on that nigga step by step. You know how long it takes for, it's not like it's a nigga. She got to pull her pants down.
Yeah, she had to get it farther up.
She got to get the lip spray before that pee come out. Come on now.
Yeah.
She had on jeans.
Yeah, she had to get everything.
Like she had on a dress. She had on jeans.
Shit was crazy, boy. But hey, I'm saying this. I'm taking this take. I don't think we should be outraged because the man wanted that. Like, he wanted it. He wanted to get pissed on. So why? I don't even think there would be I don't think there's gonna be a lawsuit or none of that shit. Fuck no, nothing's gonna happen from this.
He might be selling his shirt on eBay. I'm not. I mean, the nigga nasty. He clearly nasty.
All I'm saying is, you ain't pissing on me in no festival, bitch. Fuck no. There's no musical act that I'm letting piss on my fucking face. I don't think there's anyone on earth I would let piss on my fucking face.
I was about to say that. I was like, fuck the festival situation. I wouldn't let nobody piss on my face regardless.
Yeah, like, that's not my type of fetish. That's not my kink. Like,
right.
I
mean, now the whole world knows her kink. She
and knows his kink too. He like to get pissed on.
That's true. But she ain't afraid to do it though.
Yeah,
not even in front of thousands of fans.
She's a pisser and he's a pissy. We both know each of their kinks. From that crazy situation this week. I was dumbfounded by that. Nigga got pissed on. Just all I could think of was the R. Kelly Dave Chappelle sketch. Piss on me.
Literally, bro. I was like, nah, this is like real life R. Kelly shit. Like he probably sitting there like, oh, but she can do it, right? That's some bullshit. He probably sitting somewhere watching that video like, we need to put this in the evidence. We need to put this on the motherfucking defense videotape. We need to use this in court because this is ridiculous.
Did you see that R. Kelly's cellmate made a comic book between him and R. Kelly's adventures in jail?
That can't be real, man.
No, it's real. No, and the nigga put it on his jail IG and it blew up. Basically, it's talking about him and R. Kelly lifting weights, and he insinuated that R. Kelly took it in the ass later in the comic.
Wait, was it?
There's like some innuendos. Like,
was it him fucking R. Kelly?
It's implied that if it's not him, it's someone in a cell.
Oh, Lord.
I can't say prayers to R. Kelly because he deserves it. Take it in the ass, nigga.
That's a lot to unpack. I mean, obviously, I knew it was going to happen eventually. I just think it was going to happen that fast.
Nigga made a comic about him getting his cheek spread.
Right. He said, yeah, we was lifting weights. And
we got it.
Like, got him.
That's crazy. We should not be able to read the jail comic of R. Kelly's cellmate.
Hey, look, jail talk crazy, bro. I be on jail talk like a motherfucker. I'm like, how I get on this side? I'm confused.
Jail
My algorithm is fucked up, bro.
It's crazy, bro, over there. Because they got niggas in the cell just cooking shit and getting hundreds of thousands of views. I wonder where their money going to. That's what I be thinking about on jail talk. Like, you niggas, what did y'all put as y'all address for where like these creator funds are gonna go? Because they getting money right now.
If they was smart, I would probably send it to my mom's house. Because, you know, regardless of what you do, your mama always think you're innocent.
Exactly. Like, I'm not sending it to
if
no
you
girl.
If you send it to your baby mama or something like that, you know she's taking all that money. All that money gone. But your mom, she goofy enough to start you a motherfucking savings account. She go ahead, knowing damn well he done shot 2 people and he doing 35 to life.
Hey, but he making money
out there.
Not a mama don't have to pay for commissary. He paying for himself with these.
Take the money straight out the saving and send it right on the books.
Hey, but I'm gonna say this: we gotta do something for reform for prison eats, because like they got these people eating crazy out here with these bricks shit is
nah. We're not doing shit. We're not doing shit, nigga. Fuck that. You do the crime.
Them niggas eat Cheeto bricks, nigga. Like,
that's it, nigga. You do the crime. You want to shoot people? Okay, nigga. You eating mystery gray meat, nigga. Fuck out of here. You taking all the meats. Matter of fact, fuck that.
Niggas be putting ramen, Cheetos, pork rinds, hot water, and fucking sausage and pickle juice. Yep. And like let that shit bake. Like I'm just like, This shit is nasty.
You want to do crimes, nigga? Now you got to eat like that. Nah, I don't feel bad for them niggas at all. Every time, I'm not going to lie, we get people call the station all the time talking about they mistreating my son, blah, blah, blah. What your son do? What your son do, man? Oh, you don't want to speak on it? Well, I can't speak on your son's mistreatment then. How about that? Tell me what he did. Because if the nigga's a murderer, I'm not about to do no story about a murderer getting mistreated in jail. The fuck out of here. You crazy, bro. Like,
no, you're right. But
not doing
I
that.
still think we should give him a little bit, at
Nope.
least.
Nope.
Not the bricks, nigga. The bricks is nasty.
Bricks. Fuck out of here. Don't do crime, nigga. You want to do crime. You're not about to be eating nothing wholesome. Hope you eating rats in there, my nigga. That's what you want to do crime, bro. Rat kebabs.
Rat sashimi.
Right. Fuck out of here. No way.
Shit, nigga. That's hilarious. Oh, that's all we got this week, man. Brooklyn, tell the people they can follow you on social media.
You can find me on all social medias at Where Brooklyn At. That's Brooklyn with a Q, not a K. That's for marketing purposes.
Because we are not trying to get sued. And with that being said, let's get into the song of the week. We got Bros Who Ball coming up after this. Ian and Schubert joining me. And like I said, remember, no new episode until after Thanksgiving. So y'all have a good Thanksgiving and enjoy the song of the week. Let's get into that right now.
You see my best days, you see my worst days. Dinner on Sundays, low-key on birthdays. You get my mind so right, and you're all mine. You get my head so clear, and that's no lie. I just can't do it without you. I wouldn't wanna do it without you. What we have so good, the only one that could see straight to my soul. You know that I'm not perfect. You make me feel like I'm worth it. 'Cause you see past the surface. 'Cause you make me feel so good. Make me feel so good. Make me feel so good.
Such happy days when you're the one laying by my side. Could run away with these feels, my love got no pride. I see the way you see me and I match that shit. When you bend, I move with you like we're made to fit, yeah. What would I do without my boo? Only one down to make it through the big tides. Waving the shout right like you got me. No, you got me right where you want me. Addicted to loving you. I know that we're not perfect. You make me feel like I'm worth it. 'Cause you see past the surface, yeah.
Make me feel so good. Make me feel so good. Make me feel so good.
Yeah. I love it when we play forever in a day. Feels so good. I love it when you try to make me laugh all night. Feels so good. I love it when we play forever in a day. Feels so good. I love it when you try to make me laugh all night. Feels so good.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that was the song of the week. It's time to get into the segment of the show called Bros Who Ball, where we talk about sports. It's been like a week or two since we've had Bros Who Ball on the show. Joining me as always, Mr. Adam Schubert, but back again. I think he came back for a specific reason, to rub something in my face, but he will be mistaken that I've already remissed the knowledge like 2 weeks ago. He's 2 weeks too late. Schubert comes on my radio show weekly, and we talked about it 2 weeks ago about just how it wasn't possible for I got inside information that a certain Michigan State coach called LSU personally and told him like, yeah, y'all can kiss that goodbye. So I know he's here to rub it in the face of the plenty, but our guy, Mr. Ian Hawley, back again. How you doing, sir?
I'm good, man. First of all, I'm not getting anywhere near your face. so don't count on that. But yeah, I mean the whole. I mean, if we want to get into it, the Mel Tucker thing, that is not a done deal. So I'm still like, losing.
Bro, y'all paid him 90-something mil today. I'm pretty sure that shit's done. Like he's there. He's locked in.
I don't know, man. I don't know if he signed it officially or if it's just on the table. I'm waiting to see something from Mel in person. So once that happens, then I'll sleep peacefully at night. But yeah, hopefully Tucker's staying.
Yeah, I think he's gonna stay. And with that being said, I'm gonna bring in Schubert to give me his thoughts on this because I'm going straight there. First thing before we even get y'all's college football thoughts. Lincoln Riley, look, where there's smoke, there's fire. I thought
you wanted my Mel Tucker deal. Because I have something to say.
Oh, you got something to say about Mel? Go ahead.
Yeah, the president of my parent company and my business gave Michigan State like $100,000 or like $1 million so that they would be able to give him money to stay.
That's hard.
The Acrisure guy.
Yeah, then Dan Gilbert put in a bunch of change. There's like a bunch of like that.
Yeah, a bunch of alumni were like, "Here, we're gonna like throw money at the university. You guys keep this guy."
Yep, that's a fact. But now to my point, Schubert, there's smoke where there's smoke, there's fire, man. Lincoln Riley, I did my research today. I dug deep. I'm just saying.
Is this the next LSU weirdness? Like Lincoln Riley is not going to go to LSU.
Apparently, he's losing his recruits right now. He has a bad recruiting class this year. Little Bruce Feldman throwing little counter smoke for Coach O because he's a Coach O fan, saying Lincoln Riley.
You know who else is losing their recruits? LSU.
Well, yeah, that's because we don't have a coach right now. I mean, that's obvious. That's a fact. Like once we get a coach in there, recruits are coming back, baby. We're okay. Don't you worry. But I'm just saying, Lincoln Riley might come on over. That's the word. That's what my sources are telling me. Maybe he's losing recruits
because they don't like him.
Yeah. That's possible.
What's Lincoln Riley's salary at Oklahoma like? Do you know?
I do not know, but I know they're trying to give him what I heard was LSU would go anywhere from 15 to 20 at the max a year. So, I mean, would you take it? Like, you get 15 to 20. That's more than Oklahoma's going to give you.
I don't know, man. Lincoln Riley just isn't. He's not the fit. Like, he's just not the fit.
You're still on that Dave Aranda bandwagon. I'm with you. I like Aranda.
Well, I mean, Nike came out recently and was like, yeah, we think Baylor is the next Clemson. Like, people are liking what Dave Aranda is doing at Baylor. I think like LSU is missing an opportunity. It's either let him grow there or take him now. Because, I mean, you wait too long, he's not going to want to come.
True. So, that's a fair point. I'm not mad at the Aranda bandwagon. I know there's some LSU people on the inside still want to get a Lane Kiffin call in before they decide.
Lane Kiffin's still a possibility, I think. But what I'm hearing is that James Franklin is for sure going. But we don't know where yet. Could be USC, could be LSU, but he's for sure gone.
I'd say USC.
For context, Lincoln Riley currently makes about $7.7 million.
15 salary. To 20 is a lot.
So I don't think Lincoln Riley leaves Oklahoma. I mean, not this year. I mean, they've only have one loss, and it was to a good Baylor team. It's not like they had a shit loss or anything like that. And I don't think that like his recruiting is going to fall off substantially. I mean, everyone has a bad year from time to time. So I'm not like worried about Lincoln Riley at Oklahoma necessarily, but James Franklin, I don't know why anyone wants James Franklin. Like what?
I don't know either.
What's this guy done at Penn State? Like he won the Big Ten East once, and then I'm fairly certain they got shit on in the Big Ten championship game that year.
I mean, honestly, if people think that Jim Harbaugh should be fired, like he's
Jim Harbaugh is another thing, but
I'm saying like they're about the same. I mean, like if you think that if there's people out there like, oh yeah, James Franklin would do wonders for my program, and you got to say the same thing about Jim Harbaugh. They do the same exact job.
I mean, I feel like James Franklin has had success against Michigan State, Ohio State, and Michigan, which is something that Harbaugh can't say about Ohio State at the very least. They beat Penn State this past week, but before that, I think Harbaugh had like one win in his other 6 seasons, maybe 2. And against Michigan State, he's done fairly well as well. Franklin has, but he just hasn't been able to get over the hump. And yeah, he's a great recruiter. They bring in guys constantly. It's like a Texas situation. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at Texas's recruiting classes, you'd think they'd be right in the mix of it every year, but they just find a way to shoot themselves in the foot, or they just don't play up to the level of their competition on a consistent basis.
I guess if you're USC, you're like, let's take a chance on this guy because of what you're saying about because USC's not even getting the best California guys. Like California guys are going out. Like USC's just trying to build up. So I understand if he goes there. Like that makes sense, but I don't understand if he comes to LSU.
Well, I can also understand why they would want him. I just don't understand why LSU would want him.
Yeah, LSU that he's not coming here. That's
and two, why he would go to LSU because they would just because like
it'd be worse than the Penn State situation.
He proved he can win in the SEC with the worst team. I'm like, I mean, that was 7 years ago in a East that did not have the best Georgia. Maybe had a good Florida at the time, but I mean, Kentucky and South Carolina were woefully awful. Tennessee was awful. So True. Like, how good did he really do?
That's fair.
I just don't understand the strategy that these big name schools take of like, we want the name brand guy instead of a guy that has proven that he can, build up a program. Like Steve Sarkisian, like for example. Luke Fickell, has taken Cincinnati. Now, granted, it's Cincinnati. It's not a Power 5 school. But he's elevated them significantly above where they were before that, both in their on-the-field product and their recruiting. So if a school like LSU or USC wants to go after a guy like Luke Fickell, I think that's a great move. But a guy like James Franklin, who has not, done – because Penn State under Joe Paterno was what Ohio State is now. I mean, they were the cream of the crop in the Big Ten for decades, or at least competing at the top of it. And not to say that Penn State's not there, but it's not the same feeling. You know what I mean? They're not dominating teams on the field. Yeah, they get some good recruits. But
even the Saquon year, they didn't do what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, I believe that was the year that they won the Big Ten East, but then lost in the championship game. If I'm not mistaken, I have to go back and check the facts. But if you're looking at the choice between a guy like James Franklin and a guy like Luke Fickell, I would take Fickell every day of the week and twice on Sundays. I just don't believe in this idea that we're going to take the hot name coach like a Lane Kiffin, for example, who's bounced around from place to place. Like, I really don't think that what Lane Kiffin has done at Ole Miss is crazy impressive to warrant like a USC move. You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
They would never take him.
Yeah, they wouldn't take him. But LSU though, they would love him. They see him as like one of the guys who scares Saban. So like,
Come on, get out of here. Get out of here. Has Saban ever lost against one of his assistant coaches?
Jimbo.
I think maybe has one.
Yeah, Jimbo.
That was it. And Lane Kiffin's not going to be the guy to make it too.
Look, he might be if he gets.
It's gonna be Kirby in 2 weeks.
Maybe we'll see. And speaking of that, let's get into y'all's thoughts on these rankings. How y'all feeling? Who should be where? Talk to me.
Oh my God! What a travesty.
Ian says it's not good, Schubert.
Of course he does.
Why does he say that?
What a disgusting crock of shit.
Because Ohio State's up ahead of the Michigan teams, and Michigan State's behind Michigan, which is probably my biggest argument.
I don't care about the Ohio State thing because Ohio State on paper and with the eye test is, again, the cream of the crop in the Big Ten. It's not debatable. They have one of the best offenses in the country. Their defense is not.
Their one loss came to the number 3 team.
Exactly. And, if, you look at the Ohio State versus the Michigan schools thing, that's all going to settle itself out over the next 2 weeks.
This week
is Michigan State, Ohio State. Next week is Ohio State, Michigan. So that will not be, a subject of, malcontent among Michigan schools in a couple of weeks because we're going to play those games. Ohio State deserves to be ranked below Oregon, even though, on paper, statistically, Ohio State has a more impressive resume over the, last 6 weeks or 5 weeks or whatever it is since they've played Oregon. If Ohio State wins out, they'll have beaten 4 top 10 teams, including Wisconsin, theoretically, to win the Big Ten title. So at that point, yeah, I would put them over Oregon. But right now, I'm fine with Oregon still being ranked above Ohio State because that's why you play the games. If you win your head-to-head, you should be ranked above the team that you beat.
What you salty about?
Ole Miss catapulted above Texas A&M when they beat Texas A&M. And it was, I believe, Ole Miss was 1 spot above A&M or 2 spots maybe. Baylor, despite having, I believe, 2 losses at this point, catapulted themselves over Oklahoma when they beat the undefeated Oklahoma team. And that was definitely Baylor 1 spot over Oklahoma. So if we're playing the head-to-head actually matters game, which I believe you should, because why else would you play a college football season if you don't care about the head-to-head matchups? You may as well just crown Alabama or Georgia the champion every year and just fucking move on to basketball season. If you're going to value the head-to-head matchups, then why is Michigan State not ranked above Michigan? There's no logical argument in my mind to warrant Michigan being ranked above Michigan State. And what the commissioner of the college football playoff committee, the fucking joke that is, because it's all biased from the start. I have a problem with the committee itself because all of these guys work at universities or are former players for these universities. And yeah, the former Notre Dame coach doesn't vote on Notre Dame when that topic comes up, but I don't give a shit about that because Michigan State's second largest rival behind Michigan is Notre Dame. So obviously he's going to place us below Michigan if he's got the opportunity, things like that. So the committee itself is flawed logic. You should have unbiased people on the committee. That's why the AP poll works so well.
Like Condoleezza Rice.
I'm not honoring that with a response. I'm going to move on.
She's on there.
No, she's not.
Yes.
No. Hold on.
I think she
Rice is not on the. No. It's Mitch Barnhart, the Kentucky athletics director, Gary Barta, who's the Iowa athletics director and the chair of the committee, and we'll get to him in a fucking second because I got some words for you, Gary. Paola Boivin, I don't know how to say his name. He's an Arizona State professor. Tom Berman, the Wyoming athletics director. Charlie Cobb, the Georgia State athletics director. The NC State athletics director. The Colorado athletics director. Former players from some of these other schools, some of them in the Big Ten, but none of them are Condoleezza Rice. She served her time.
She was there.
She was there at one point, but anyway, back to fucking Gary Barta. Gary Barta goes on TV. Today is Wednesday for us here. You'll probably be seeing this on Thursday at the earliest. But he goes on TV on Tuesday night after the ranking show has made their selections. Michigan is 1 slot ahead of Michigan State. And they ask him about it. They're like, hey, man, basically, what the fuck? You guys keep doing this despite the fact that Michigan lost to Michigan State 2 weeks ago. And he literally says, setting the games themselves aside, we just looked at the 2 teams and statistically Michigan's better in almost every category. So we decided to rank them above Michigan State, which is a crock of horse shit. I mean, again, if you look at a game like Ohio State, Oregon, which played in week 2, yeah, I don't have a problem with the committee in week 11 ranking Ohio State above Oregon because they have more ranked wins. They have a better quality schedule.
They've proved
they're statistically better than Oregon. So at that point, I actually kind of dig that move. But if this game happened literally 2 weeks ago, what are we even doing? Why are we even playing these games? You may as well just throw Michigan in there because you and the rest of the national media are just jerking off Michigan every chance you get. And we'll move on with the end of the season. We'll go to basketball season with an unbiased 68-team tournament. And I'll just watch college basketball from now on. I won't watch college football anymore because it's a fucking joke. It's a disgrace. And Gary Barta and those other 12 committee members should be ashamed of themselves.
Schubert, how do you feel about this? Ian texted us. He said he had some spice. We just let him ISO. How do you feel about this, bro? He went in. He's not wrong.
That's fine. That's fine, man. I mean, it's just a weekly poll. Handle your business.
Of course your Alabama ass would say that. That's Ian. I respect it, man. I hear your complaints.
I mean,
this guy could lose 2 games and still make it into the playoffs and it'll be okay.
No. I'm against that. But,
but the committee's not, and that's the fucking problem. If Alabama loses to Georgia, but it's close, they're still going to clamor for a way to put Alabama in as that number 4 spot.
No, it's going to
be
be
Oregon lost, Ohio State lost, and Cincinnati lost. They would put Alabama in as that number 4 team. I don't know who the other.
No, if Oregon loses and Alabama loses to Georgia, it's going to be Georgia, Ohio State, Cincinnati, Notre Dame. Just watch.
No, Cincinnati's not getting in.
Cincinnati's going to get in.
Oklahoma will leapfrog them if they win the Big 12.
No, Oklahoma can't make it in the top 10.
Oklahoma's only loss would be Baylor at that point, and they
if you want to say Oklahoma State, I believe you. But no,
I think it would be the same with either of those 2 teams.
Maybe, I don't know, but I mean, I honestly, it's just going to come down to the SEC championship game because if Alabama wins, they're both going.
I mean, if you're looking at this, let's look at the statistics thing, or let's look at the strength of schedule instead of the head-to-head. Notre Dame could get in over Cincinnati if they win out.
True. But they lost to Cincinnati, so that would.
Michigan lost to
what
Michigan.
Message
State.
Is that?
But that's Ian's point.
But well, yeah, but this is a weekly poll. So if Michigan State wins this weekend, then it doesn't matter. The Michigan State will be ahead of them. They can't. There's no possible way that they could put Michigan ahead of Michigan State if they beat Ohio State.
No, I'm just saying, if you look at the implications of what the committee has done, because this is the second week that they've done this. And last week I agreed with it. We got our asses beat by a Purdue team who, granted that week before I had said, I'm nervous about this Purdue team because they're a giant killer. Well, we got our asses handed to us on live TV as the number 3 team in the country. So we deserve to fall down in the rankings. But when we bounce back and take care of a Maryland team that, granted, yes, we're supposed to beat, but we do it in pretty convincing fashion, I don't understand why we don't then leapfrog Michigan again. If it, again, is a weekly poll and it's a true power rankings, what are we doing here? Penn State's not anything great. They had 3-4 losses going into that game.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it because, maybe it's something. Maybe
it doesn't happen to his team, bro. That's what he's saying. You just heard.
But it's not my team that I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about a Cincinnati type team who, even if they do everything right and they win all their games and they win their conference championship, the committee can still pull some bullshit like this and put a Notre Dame ahead of them, or put a one-loss Oklahoma ahead of them.
She was saying, let the games happen.
And that's fair. I'm not trying to predict the future here. I'm just saying this is a slippery slope if this is how the committee is going to operate.
Ian's just warning us of the inevitable.
Shit might happen.
It's like J-Rock said on the top of the barn. It happened to me. It could happen to you.
Oregon might lose. Cincinnati might lose to SMU. Ohio State might win out and then lose to Wisconsin or whoever the fuck they're going to play in the Big Ten championship. And then what happens next? Georgia, Alabama, and Ole Miss.
That's fair. That's fair.
I would kill myself if 3 SEC teams got into the playoff.
It wouldn't happen. Notre Dame would get in. It'd be Georgia, Alabama, Notre Dame, and Oklahoma, probably.
Ew, what a nasty, what a nasty playoffs.
Or they would put, let's say hypothetically, then your Michigan State might come into play again. Because if Ohio State lost the Big Ten championship and they were like, oh, well, we can put in Michigan or Michigan State. We'll put in Michigan because statistically, that's where your argument.
They have a bigger fan base who would spend more money on the playoffs statistically.
Well, that's the main reason Cincinnati's not going to be in the playoff. Because who the hell is going to travel?
Who's going to watch? Yeah, true, fair. Yikes. So now maybe that's why Ian's point of I care about college basketball being it's a.
That's why they put Notre Dame in there because they know Notre Dame's going to get their ass kicked. Every time they put them in there, they know they're going to get their ass kicked, but they know that the fans are going to show up. That's for sure.
And they'll spend a lot of money on the way.
Yeah, yikes. Oof. Well, that's college football, but big game this week. In Michigan State playing Ohio State. Who you got winning, Ian? Are y'all going to shock the nation?
Our offense is great. I haven't been able to say that about
my God,
Michigan
the
State.
line.
What?
Ohio State's the 19-point favorite?
Yeah, it's at Ohio State.
That's ridiculous.
That's not surprising to me.
That's absurd.
I mean, we just lost.
I would take that bet.
We lost to a Purdue team 2 weeks ago who Ohio State beat by like 30 points the next week. So that's not surprising to me. But Michigan State has an offense that can compete with Ohio State's defense, because Ohio State's defense is not what it has been in the past. Their pass defense, while not nearly as bad as ours, because no one's is, we literally have the worst pass defense in the country by a mile. Ohio State's defense is susceptible to the pass, especially. So if we can develop the ground game with Walker and get our pass game going because of it, I think it'll be a shootout. And Tucker has come out and said during his press conference this week that that's the last thing he wants to happen. But I see that as the most likely scenario. I mean, Ohio State's running back, Travion Henderson, is unbelievable. I think he's going to have himself a big day. Chris Olave is a, 2-year All-American at this point, wide receiver. I don't think CJ Stroud is the Heisman favorite.
I'm about to say this is a big Heisman implication. If CJ Stroud balls out and they limit Kenneth, like
absolutely. Well, it's the same way for Kenneth Walker. I mean, if Walker puts up 3 touchdowns and 200 yards, then I think he has the Heisman in the bag at that point. Even if they don't win. I think it'll be a close game. I think it'll be a high-scoring game. I obviously want Michigan State to win, but in my heart of hearts, I just can't pick against Ohio State at home. So I think Ohio State wins by, somewhere between 3 and 7 points.
Shoot, who you got winning?
Ohio State by 3 or 7 points.
Fair enough. I hope y'all shock the world again. It'd be fun. It'd be fun to see. So, but
there's a huge slate. I would not be surprised if Oklahoma caught another L to Iowa State. Also in that morning, you got Wake Forest, Clemson. That's battle for pretty much ACC.
ACC trash.
Absolutely. Clemson's been on a streak, man. They won like 6 games in a row now. No, I mean not against anybody special.
They got 3 losses, but So that's a big game though. Still,
they could surprise Wake Forest, I think.
Yeah, Alabama, Arkansas is going to be semi-big depending on how Alabama shows up.
All y'all gotta do is show up, because Arkansas ain't good.
Then you got UAB, UTSA. Now hear me out. That's a battle for the Conference USA supremacy right there. UTSA is 10-0, UAB 7-3. It's an important game. And don't worry, Lyndon. I'm going to give Sunbelt some love too. UL going to go to Liberty. But 9-1 UL playing 7-3 Liberty. That's a big game as well in the afternoon.
Even though we already wrapped up that the Sun Belt comes through us, this is just for New Year's Day bowl games and whatnot, that type of thing.
Well, I mean, because they're not a Sun Belt team, but it's still a big deal to get that win.
Get the win, yeah, for sure.
UL Monroe is going to beat LSU. And
if that happens, Ogeron's getting fired. Like, they're telling him don't come back next week. They're telling him don't come back for the final game. Like, I'm letting you.
And then this is an important week for people to actually watch the late Pac-12 game, because Oregon, Utah at home might actually take them down.
Be a big game, all right.
And they could meet again in the Pac-12 championship game if things shake out correctly. I think Oregon State would have to lose, and then both of those two, Oregon and Utah would be in. Also, I don't know if you said this, but Cincinnati is hosting SMU, and that's
is that this weekend too
for Cincinnati? Yeah, SMU's 8-2. They looked really convincing in some of their wins. Cincinnati obviously is the cream of the crop in their conference, but that's a winnable game for SMU. So that really will be the biggest remaining test on the schedule for them, if they want to have any shot at the playoff.
All right, hell yeah! So that's your college football breakdown for this week. All right, let's jump to the NFL. Schubert, on the Pats real, or is Mac Jones about to? Like, because this Pats team, every day I think on it more. I'm like, Bill has everything he needs to make a run, especially with the Browns flummoxing, the Bengals flummoxing, the Steelers flummoxing.
What are you saying is real? Like, are they going to make the playoffs?
I'm saying make the playoffs and I'm saying make the playoffs and make a run. Hear me out. Browns are flummoxing badly. Bengals, I don't think the Bengals are going to make it. Steelers are looking bad. You got the Chargers falling off. You got the Raiders falling off. You got the Broncos I don't buy into. Bills looking shaky. Yeah, the Chiefs are the Chiefs. Tennessee, I don't buy them in the playoffs. And what? Who else am I missing? I mean, like that. I think that's Baltimore. It. In Baltimore. Yeah, I mean, Baltimore is Baltimore. I think this is lining up for as long as Mac Jones can play well. New England might make a move. Now
that you point that out, you're right. They might go to the AFC Championship.
It's possible, man. Just look at
it's possible. It's not out of possibility.
It's not like this
They're in the hunt. I mean, like at this point, like if I look at the AFC and I think of viable teams that could win the AFC, they're in there.
They have to be. And this team reminds me of, funny enough, because the Tom Brady documentary is going on right now of all his different Super Bowl runs. But this team reminds me of the first time Tom Brady went to Super Bowl and won. Like, and I'd say Mac Jones statistically is performing better than Tom Brady did that season. The thing is, can Mac Jones be clutch in those moments where Tom Brady was clutch in the playoffs? I'm talking about during the season, Tom Brady was throwing like 200 yards for one touchdown. Mac Jones is getting 303. So like Mac Jones in the regular season is doing better than him, but it comes down to, can he do it in the playoffs? That's where Tom Brady made his bones.
You got to look at the Pats schedule. That's like the big thing when it comes to analyzing the Patriots at the moment, because they've beaten the Jets bad, Houston bad, Jets bad, Carolina when they had, bad quarterback issues, and Cleveland when that was their most impressive win. They lost to Dallas, they lost to Tampa, they lost to New Orleans, they lost to Miami, bad Miami, but that was week 1. So they're trending upward, but they haven't beat any team that's been worth anything yet. They haven't played Buffalo yet. And Buffalo is really the only team left on their schedule that's very good, except for Tennessee. But Tennessee is definitely beatable right now.
Tennessee is beatable for sure.
Like they're going to finish out great, but like they just haven't really played anybody who's worth anything. And if they have, they've lost. So that, defensively, I feel like they could put up what they need to do. Because, I mean, going back to that Tampa game, it was 19-17. I mean, that was a close game. Like defensively, they're there, but I just don't know if Mac Jones is going to be able to go up against, like, let's say they make it to the Super Bowl. Whoever they play in the NFC is going to wipe the floor with them.
Yeah, probably so. And that's a fair point. So, and I just want to point it out that it's possible, but these are fair points of the detractors against the Patriots. But it's looking good for Belichick because honestly, in the AFC, that I said this on my radio show, that might be my favorite team in the AFC. The AFC is not looking that great. I need to see how they play against Buffalo first, because you're right, that will determine a lot. But like, it's looking like the Chiefs might make a run. It's looking like the Patriots might make the run, or the Bills. Like, it's looking like the same old. All these teams that we thought were going to make
moves. I like Baltimore too.
Baltimore's okay. I need to see a little more from them. But like these teams we thought were going to be hot, Chargers, Raiders, Bengals, Browns, I don't see it out of them. And I don't buy in the Titans. I just don't. I like the Titans. The Saints should have beat the Titans, and no one can tell me otherwise.
They will get Derrick Henry back in the playoffs.
Oh, is that a thing? I thought he was done for the season.
No, I mean, like if they make it, if they had that first round bye, like if the playoffs started right now, he would be there.
Okay, all right.
He may not make that first week, but if they go to the second week, he's there.
Who do you think is the best team in the NFC?
Who's the best team in the NFC?
Yeah.
I mean, pick one.
That's tough.
It's like there's like 3 or 4.
I feel like I gotta say the Packers.
No.
I feel like when Aaron Rodgers is playing at his best, like they beat the Cardinals head to head, like a healthy Cardinals team with Kyler Murray and Hopkins. Like
I mean, am I gonna say the Cowboys right now?
And see, that's what I refuse to say the Cowboys, who just lost to that sorry ass Broncos team and who look shaky from time to time when they should be blowing all these teams out with that great offense. But I still don't buy into that defense. I'm not saying the Cowboys. I'd rather die on the sword of Aaron Rodgers before I pick the Cowboys as the best team in the NFC.
It could be. I mean, it could be. I mean, the Packers finally have the defense, and they finally got the run game. So, I mean, they won despite Aaron the other day.
Exactly. And the Rams are shaky.
Yeah, Robert Woods being gone is bigger than they realize.
Yeah.
Like,
you don't think
when they got Odell? Well, I don't think they got Odell to fill a gap. They got Odell to add a piece.
Yeah.
So like now that he's having to fill the gap that was left by Robert Woods, I don't really think that was what he came there for. So
I mean, Cooper Kupp has just been dominating the, targets and receptions all season long. I have Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp on one of my fantasy teams, and it was a terrible mistake because Robert Woods gets like 5 points a game and Cooper Kupp gets like 30. So it's really just a wasted roster spot. But I don't know. I feel like they're not going to drop as far off as you might think without Robert Woods. I mean, I think once Odell gets a couple games under his belt.
Yeah, I don't see him as a Super Bowl team either. Like, I just don't know.
Before they got Odell, I was like, Super Bowl. Now they got Odell and no Robert Woods. I'm like,
And
they have enough games left in the season. They have enough games left in the season to where Odell could very easily figure it out.
Oh, for sure.
They're also in a very competitive division, which doesn't help them.
That's the thing with the Cardinals, because I think the 49ers are about to go on a run. I truly believe it. I think the 49ers are real. I think they're finally healthy with Kittle, with Debo, with Elijah Mitchell. I think all their weapons are there. I think this is going to be the 49ers going on a run. Everybody was trying to get rid of Kyle Shanahan last week. This week he beats the Rams convincingly. And now everybody's like, oh, he's back. Never fell off. Like, the Rams to me just have an issue of, can Stafford show up in these big games, man? Like, and can the defense show up in these big games too? Like, both Stafford and the defense, every time in those 3 losses, they've both just looked bad.
Yeah, the positive thing for that Packers team that we were talking about a second ago is that they're in the playoffs. I mean, they got nobody in their division that's going to
come close.
Not the Lions.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
But every other division is up for grabs.
Oh, man.
Maybe the East. Cowboys pretty much got that.
This is a must-win week for the Saints, ladies and gentlemen. Must win. Saints gotta win this week because we gotta beat the Eagles, and then we gotta go 1-1 against the Bills and Cowboys, and we'll be in there.
An Eagles team that's trending.
That's trending up. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Jalen Hurts is playing pretty good.
Trevor Siemian's playing pretty good.
So, that game could go either way. Eagles are favored right now because it's a home for them.
It's a home game. Sean Payton about to show the Eagles what's up. Sean, put it on them. I don't know. I don't know. Fucking Brian Johnson's bitch ass. Gosh, get him and Adam Troutman the fuck up out of here.
Someone like put like a metal leg on Will Lutz or something and be like, Will Lutz, get back in there.
Just fucking bums.
Bolted together or something. Gosh,
the Saints should have beat the Falcons and the fucking Titans. Gosh, we should not be 5-4 right now, or 6-4, whatever the fuck we are. 5-4. We should be fucking 7-3 or 7-2. That's what the Saints really should be 7-2 right now.
When?
I'm gonna do that to you next week. Next time I see you when Ohio State whooped your fucking ass. Put Michigan over them.
I won't be saying we should be 10-1. I'll be saying, yeah, we deserve to be 9-2. We're right here where we should be.
Man, you ain't see
there'll be none of this from me.
You see them Saints games. We got hosed. All right, Schubert. That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about, really. Let's pick the games for this week.
Okay. Am I going first?
Yeah, you can go first.
Well, the game of the week is Cowboys Chiefs, man.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a big one.
That's the game of the week.
That's the best game of the week for sure. There's not really any other good game. Oh my gosh, this is a bad week on football. Oh geez, and I'm gonna have to watch this shit. All right. I guess
you're not interested in the Cardinals Seahawks at all.
I was gonna say Bengals Raiders. That's the one I was gonna say I was interested in. Can Joe Burrow bounce back? Yeah, Colts Bills has the same amount of interesting level as Raiders Bengals to me, because the Colts can, if they beat the Bills, this is them going on their playoff run. Same thing can be said for the Bengals. Those two are more interesting than the Cardinals Seahawks, just because the Seahawks have a shot? Like, and are the Cardinals healthy? Like,
Seahawks currently are,
I think they're like 3-6.
They're 3-6. And they looked terrible the other day.
It's gonna be hard for them.
Yeah, they're definitely bottom quarter of the NFC right now. So
their defense is really bad too.
They gotta overhaul their whole organization.
Yeah, they do. Russ, get ready to come to New Orleans, my man. We're ready for you. Come on down.
Not everyone just wants to go to Louisiana. I don't think you understand this.
Come on down, Russ. Come on down, baby. Like I've been telling Ian for months, Hollywood of the South, minus Atlanta. Hollywood of the South And we got Megan.
If Odell's girlfriend can convince him to go to LA, then New Orleans can convince Sierra that New Orleans is the place to be.
That is apples and shoestrings, and you know it.
Look, Russ is coming, man. He's coming home. Come on home, Russ. To the real LA. That bothered the fuck out of me in Odell's video. He said he was going home, and I was like, going home? Where you going? To your house? To your house in LA? That's not your home. Going home would be where you're from, Odell. Don't say that. Like, that hurt my soul to the core. I was just like, wow, what a fucker. What a fucker. Putting his fucking California video, going home, back to Cali like he's some fucking Tupac, and lose on the fucking first game. Embarrassing, Odell. I'm still a fan. I partied with you at Tigerland. You a cool dude. I fuck with you. But I gotta call a spade a spade. You should have said that, Odell. That's fucked up. That's fucked up, my guy.
Lyndon.
How's that soft? How's that soft?
If you don't like the guy and you want to say fuck you to Odell, then say fuck you to Odell.
I gotta keep my personal. I gotta keep my personal relationships up.
He's saying fuck you like he would say fuck you to you or me. He's like, yeah, we're boys, but fuck you.
That's what I'm saying. I gotta keep my personal relationships up. I like the guy. I'm just saying I think it's suspect that he said going back home. No, you're going back to your house. You're going back to where you and your lady live presently. That's not where your family's from. That's not your home, Odell. LA will never love you like New Orleans will. And that's a fucking fact.
I can't wait for Lyndon to give Russell Wilson a soft fuck you like this in a few weeks.
Russell
and Lincoln Riley and Dave Aranda and insert coach here.
Hey, the only person
end up with a no-name offensive coordinator from fucking
what? It's going to be Barry Odom, the defense coordinator of Arkansas.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do
exactly.
that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You clown. We get Billy Napier before that shit. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Why aren't you TCU's trying to get Dion? Why don't y'all get Dion?
Dion not leaving, bro. Dion not like that's smoke. I don't even want to entertain that. To me, and you want to know something crazy? To me, I think Lincoln Riley's more obtainable than Dion. Like what Dion's doing right now is like a cultural thing, like to like black people. Like people love the fact that he's at like this HBCU uplifting that. Like if he leaves right now, it's gonna look bad on Dion. I gotta be honest. I don't see Dion leaving at least he got to give Jackson State at least two more. At least two more.
Well, he's waiting for FSU.
Probably so.
That's where he's gonna go.
Probably so. But again, I don't think he does it for 2 years. I think he gives JSU 2 years, and then he'll say, "All right, now I can come to FSU, go home, build my program like I want there." But yeah, I think Dion is more of a snowball's chance in hell than Lincoln Riley and all those other coaches combined. But no, Ian, the only person I have hate in my heart for is one Anthony Davis of the Lakers. I see you fucking bum. I see you, and I'm not changing my fucking stance on you. You're not getting a soft apology like Odell got, because Odell's a cool guy. Like I said, party with him at Tigerland. Nice guy. Anthony, your bitch ass got the Lakers 8-7 without LeBron. LeBron is on that bench crying that he chose you as a superstar, you fucking bum. Oh, I love it. Well, Schubert, Mr. Glass looking bad, bro. He looking bad.
Is it Anthony Davis's fault that he plays with the nursing home all-stars?
Hey, he chose that. That's where he wanted to go. He chose that. Live with it, partner.
No. He went there before they signed this geriatric roster.
He wanted this.
And snub New Orleans, where Drew Holiday was like, New Orleans, I love you, but I gotta get this ring.
Still ain't get a buy letter from that dude. That dude still ain't told New Orleans buy that fucking punk. Gosh, I hate him. But without New Orleans, he wouldn't have his wife. Your wife come from New Orleans Hooters, Anthony. Don't forget that. Anthony.
Wait.
Is that a true story?
That's a
fucking
met his
wife at a New Orleans Hooters?
Yes, 100%. That's accurate as a fact. That's why after Pelicans games, people be like, Anthony Davis at the local Hooters. Like you can go on Twitter, type Anthony Davis at Hooters right now, and you go back to like 2014, and you'll see pics. Like, no, that's a real fucking thing.
Bro, no way. I'm looking that up.
You think he had her do a wall test?
I don't know, but that's his wife, so I'm not gonna say nothing negative about that lady. You do your thing, woman. But your husband, Anthony, you fucking bum. Oh, I love it. I love it. You chose this. So live with what you chose. LeBron, I don't like it for you, Bron. It's looking like
Lyndon,
you're not winning a championship.
Lyndon, why don't you have the same hate for the LSU boosters who have run every halfway decent coach out of town?
Because I don't love
you do for Anthony Davis.
Because I don't love. Honest, Ian. Because I don't love LSU like I like the Pelicans. Like I'm a diehard basketball fan. Like I love basketball, and I bought in so hard to that Anthony Davis era. So hard, bought in so hard. Oh, and let me tell you, and I'm not. They put out a little bullshit ass article today talking about a fan making fun of Zion. So it's sensitive times right now. I'm talking about Zion, so I don't want to be too hard. But if the Pillsbury Doughboy don't get his act together, he gonna be next. He gonna be fucking next. Let me let you know, partner. Because this team plays fucking hard, baby. We play hard every night. Those guys give it their all, and they're waiting on their superstar. Yo, fat ass better come back right, nigga. You better come back right. You better come back right. But I believe it. I think it's possible. I believe it's on. See, I'm getting hot now, like thinking about it. And I can call him fat because I'm a former fat kid, still a little chubby. So I can do that, you know. Fat people can call other fat people out.
You've got the fat card?
I got the fat card. That's a fact. I can definitely call Zion that. But Golden State's the best team in the NBA right now. Sorry, Lakers.
How much is Kevin Durant regretting backing the Kyrie horse over the Steph horse?
I don't understand.
He lost that.
I know what you're getting.
And this another one, Ian.
The guy thinks the earth is flat. It's 2021.
You can call me a pussy because I'm not going to. I love you.
He thinks the earth is flat. Let me say it again for the people who didn't hear. He thinks the earth is not a sphere. He thinks it's flat.
KD, look, I got love for you, bro.
Dude.
KD, you know I want you to come on our show,
yes.
KD. You know I fuck with you. But KD, I got to be honest. You losing the divorce right now, partner. You losing the relationship. I'm being real. If Steph get a championship before you, KD, you lost the divorce. He lost it. He gonna be one of those men whose wife gets like all the child support in the house. Like he's stuck
his
living
wife's
at the Motel 6.
With the kids, they're swimming at the pool. She's got herself a new boyfriend. And he's out there with the crack whore that he left his wife for.
Yeah.
Shooting up in the back of a shitty SUV.
Jeez, man. Steph put it on him the other day. That was yikes. I didn't think it was gonna be that bad.
It's hard for KD. Without Kyrie, you know, he's gotta pass it. I mean, he's gotta shoot it.
He's gotta do everything.
I mean, he's got nobody there to help.
Especially since James not getting fouls no more. That's like a real thing. Like James Harden is not looking as adequate without his like calls. He gotta figure it out. Because if not, then that's gonna be in trouble because the Bulls look for real, the Heat look for real.
I mean, you know, and whoever gets out of the East is gonna have to meet that Warriors team who's going to have Klay Thompson by that time.
Who rumor has it is like looking just as good as before he got hurt. And I know that's just from people seeing him do 5-on-5 contact stuff, but like they say he's coming back ready to go. So like,
well, they don't even need him right now. Like
that's the
I
crazy
think
thing.
Make the finals without him.
And what blew my mind the other day is they've been doing all of this without like Moses Moody really getting playing time, and Kuminga just started to get playing time. So imagine if Moody and Kuminga start actually playing. My goodness, this team is like. But see, even though I'm saying all of this amazing shit about Golden State, just imagine if they took LaMelo Ball. I still hold that against them. I can't say that. I can't sit here and say that like, yeah, y'all are the best team right now. Yeah, it looks great for y'all. Y'all made great moves, but like Wiseman isn't doing any of this. And like that,
trade him.
I'm just saying, if you have LaMelo, you don't even have to work. Like you, at that point, you really don't need Klay. Like Klay is just an extra, and like he can come on at ease.
He is a spot shooter.
Exactly, and you can bring him on easier. But now, like, granted, Klay won't have to come on as hard, but that's if Andrew Wiggins stays consistent. But you're still gonna need Klay more than if you had LaMelo. That's why I still look at them bad for that draft pick.
But I mean, that's why they took Wiseman over LaMelo, right? Because they didn't really need LaMelo. If
they say they didn't need him, Ian, but I think they could have used him. To me, I still think a lineup of LaMelo, Steph, Klay, Draymond, and whoever else you want to put in there still works. Because LaMelo's 6'6". Like, it's not like he's small. He can guard.
Well, I mean, that's the point. Like, they thought they were going to get that fifth man out of Wiseman for the foreseeable future.
And maybe that's just because I don't buy into Wiggins as much. Like they're putting a lot of faith in Andrew. Andrew better show up. But I gotta give it to him. Vaccinated Andrew looks a lot better than unvaccinated Andrew. Gotta give it to him.
He's got the juice now.
Yeah, he's killing it right now. He got that Michael Jordan secret stuff. But Golden State definitely best team in the league. Ooh, feel bad for you, KD, but get your shit together, my guy. I've rocked with you. Let's see.
Stop hanging out with those flat Earth crack whores. I don't get it.
Kyrie gonna be all right. He coming back.
Just
maybe.
get out of the SUV. Even if you're on the highway and you got to tuck and roll, just bail out of that car, man. Jesus.
In Pellies, we're gonna be okay. Come on back, Big Z. I got love for you, brother. We gonna be all right. We gonna be all right.
It's looking up when the squadrons, 2-1, I think.
Hey, the Pelicans right now are only like between 3 to 5 games out of the play-in tournament right now.
They're home openers in 2 weeks.
Look,
we're developing. We're developing the players.
And Herb Jones is the best rookie in the league right now. I'm saying it. Over Evan Mobley. Over Ian's overrated number 1 pick, Cade. Look, I'm just saying, Herb looking good, man. Herb killing it.
Yeah,
nah,
Pistons are looking sorry.
The real best rookie in the league is Evan Mobley, and it sucks that he's out for the next 2 weeks with an injury. That guy has the Cavaliers at like the 4th seed, like it's him. Like I'm just like, what the fuck? Like that dude's the real deal. He's a baller. Him and Sexton and Garland are just coming together. But yikes. I feel like, Ian, y'all might have should have took Mobley, man. But like that's hindsight. Like I get it.
What are you gonna do? You could have taken any one of those top 4 guys, and then if it doesn't work out, you've been like, oh shit, we should have taken one of the other 3.
Even Jalen Green might have looked a little bit better for y'all, but Cade coming along, he gonna be all right. Cade gonna be all right.
When the NBA season starts on Christmas, man, it's gonna be fun.
This guy, NBA season's already started. I'm in it. You're gonna be there at Christmas, but that's pretty much all the time we got for today. Ian, tell the people they can follow you on social media.
You can find me on Twitter at IanBWT, and you can find me on Instagram at IanHawley12.
Y'all make sure y'all go follow Ian. Check out his music and all that stuff that he has over there on his social medias. Schubert, tell the people where they can follow you at on social media.
You can follow me at Twitter and Instagram at aschubert14 and Letterboxd at AdamBWT. We had a big episode of the Bros Who Binge podcast this week. We were not going to have one until after Thanksgiving, so you have plenty of time to check it out. If you haven't checked out the Netflix show Colin in Black and White, you should. We have the writer, Lyndon interviewed him, Josiah Johnson, on the podcast this week, so you should check out that interview and also check out the show. And we also reviewed Red Notice on Netflix, so
great movie.
Something interesting.
Great fucking movie. Be sure to check that episode out. That's a good episode of Bros Who Binge. Like she said, we'll be back after Thanksgiving, man. Coming back strong. Running Back will be back after Thanksgiving too. That show took a little break. It'll be back after the thanks G. I thought we were gonna do Leon the Professional, but then I watched it recently and I was just like, "Eesh, we can't do that movie." Like, have y'all ever seen that fucking movie? Ian, watch it and just put a text in our group chat after you watch it about how you feel. Like, I just want to know like how you feel after you watch that movie. It's on Netflix right now. It just makes you feel all weird inside. Like, is the director a pedophile? Is he? I don't know, but like maybe. Just creepy vibes. And if you watch it, if you know, you know. That's the only way I can say it. If you know, you know. But be sure to check out all our content. Like Schubert said, Bros Who Binge. Be sure to check out Anime Talk, all that good stuff. There will be no Bros Who Think podcast next week because, I'm going to be in Disney World. Schubert's going to be in France. We're going to be out here, out in these streets. No Bros Who Think podcast next week. No Bros Who Binge. The whole network's going to be off next week. So, y'all check out all our content this week. And we'll be back after Thanksgiving.
Hopefully the college football playoff committee will have their heads out of their asses by the time we come back, but no promises there.
Hopefully, we'll see. But that's pretty much all the time we got this week for Ian, for Schubert, for Brooklyn. My name is Lyndon. You guys have a good one. We'll talk to you after Thanksgiving. Until then, peace and happy Thanksgiving. Even though, like, should we say that? Do we acknowledge that holiday? My girlfriend always tells me, like, I shouldn't acknowledge that. And I'm like, it's Thanksgiving. Like,
you don't necessarily have to believe in the pageantry or the history behind, like, same thing with
politically
Halloween,
correct
right?
People like turkey too.
That's what I'm saying. I just
not
like,
allowed to eat mashed potatoes and be happy that my family is chilling.
That's my thing. That's my thing with Thanksgiving. So, enjoy y'all's week. We'll talk to y'all soon. Until then, peace.